and welcome to Prudent Media News. First, a look at the headlines. Government manages to execute only around 30% of annual budget, fails on infrastructure development and private sector employment generation. Watch performance Panchanama. Welcome to 2012. It's New Year. People welcome new beginning with warm hearts. Happy New Year. Petrol price hike in couple of days. Government spares public from hike on first day of New Year. Hike of 2 rupees a litre likely. Muslim brother provides shelter to a Hindu sister in need, living example of humanity. Prudent's report on Sita Gaonkar's story in Valpoi. And Russian woman trapped by IBN police with illegal satellite phone, offence registered for using banned instrument. And now the news in detail. Government could execute only around 30% budget last financial year. This year too, the story hasn't changed, though the period is curtailed by almost 3 months. Looking at last 5 years' performance, except some social welfare and subsidy schemes, government jobs and awards, government has totally failed on infrastructural development and private sector employment generation front. Besides the issues like regional plan, illegal mining, IDC scam and medium of instruction. Here is the government's performance report.
Government could execute only 30% budget in the last financial year. Considering the dismal performance, government started the system of presenting action taken report on the budget in the assembly. Being election year, government tried to utilize maximum funds to implement on popular schemes till 19th of December. Government this time mostly concentrated on the subsidy schemes and awards in social and cultural sector, subsidies and assistance to NGOs and social groups, and had success in implementing it to a large extent. In an effort to become popular, government raised the government employees army from 47,000 to 57,000 in past 5 years at the cost of taxpayers. Around 10,000 posts have been created and filled in 5 years. Till December 2010, government had filled around 5,600 posts, whereas in 2011, 4,900 additional posts were to be filled. Whatever might be the reasons, government could not resolve some major issues in its term of almost 4.5 years. Regional plan, Mopa International Airport, notified SEZ land takeover, highway project, mining policy, educational policy, industrial growth, water and power crunch, land acquisition policy, employment generation in private and industrial sector, and garbage are some of the issues that government could not deliver in its tenure. Besides this, government has left some policy formulation halfway. In the budget 2010-11, government had stressed on 10 critical sectors for development on priority, but could not succeed. Besides this, people's issues like Maya, evacuee property and malaria workers are still unresolved. The issue of encroachment on government lands in mining and forest areas still remains a grave concern. Government was just vocal about these issues. Besides this, regional plan, illegal mining, IDC scam and medium of instruction issues are still haunting around. In 2007-2008, the growth of primary, secondary and tertiary sector was 6.5%, 6.5% and 20% respectively. It's almost stagnated. In the year, the growth had fallen to as low as 3.5%, 5.45% and 14.5% respectively. The agro and fisheries sector were the worst hit with minus 5.45% and minus 5% growth. Bureau Report, Prudent Media.
New Year 2012 has begun. Goans and tourists from all over welcomed it with warm hearts. Celebrating New Year in Goa is something special for domestic as well as foreign tourists. At 12 midnight, the state was glittering. Watch this report.
State was crowded with domestic and international tourists to welcome a New Year 2012. Hotels, clubs, cruises and streets hosted special programs to celebrate the new beginning. Some burnt old man effigies and had to start afresh. The capital city was never seen so beautiful before. Midnight mass was held at churches and state, praying for prosperous and joyous New Year. There were other cultural activities too.
आणि ह्या नव्या वर्साक आमचो विशय आमी घेतला मारयेचे सुरतेन आमचे सृश्टी आमी राखूंक वावरुया. आयज आमी आमच्या समाजान दोन भाशेची बदलावपां हाडूंक जाय. पयले सुवातेर सृश्टी सगळे आमी मोग दाखोवंक जाय. सृश्टीचे आड जे जाता ते आमी बंद करूंक जाय आनी दुसरे सुवातेर भ्रश्टाचार जाता तोय आमी बंद करूंक जाय. तर आंकवार मारयेची देख घेवन रेव्होल्युशनरी मनशां आमी जावया, बदलणी हाडटात तसली मनशां जावया, सृश्टी सांबाळुया आनी दुडवांची आशा पयस दवरून भ्रष्टाचारूय बंद करूया.
Amidst all celebration, the garbage collected at Panji Municipal Garden caught fire. However, it was taken care of by the fire department. Seems like for the first time there were no celebration at Kolwa beach as officials refused to permit celebration on the beach. And here, Prudent Media team wishes you a happy new year. Bureau Report, Prudent Media.
There will be another petrol price hike this week as the government has decided to spare the public a petrol price hike on New Year's very first day. Officials in the oil marketing companies say that the companies are working on a hike of something between 2 rupees and 1 rupee 50 paise per litre. But the Petrol and Natural Gas Ministry has asked them to hold back the hike for a couple of days. The price rise is expected anytime in a couple of days.
The oil firms have already done their homework on petrol price hike, but Petrol and Natural Gas Ministry has asked them to hold back. News reports from Delhi say that the price rise of nearly 2 rupees per litre was initially scheduled on Saturday midnight. This is what the official from the oil marketing company said. It was felt that it would not be a nice New Year gift to burden the people with a petrol hike on very first day of 2012. Therefore, it was decided not to go ahead with the petrol hike and give it a look this week. Although the government had decontrolled petrol prices in June 2010, it still continues to influence the movement of the prices. On the other hand, OMCs have cut the price of aviation turbine fuel to 63,077 rupees per kilolitre with effect from Saturday midnight. Bureau Report, Prudent Media.
Every Indian is my brother and sister. Nice to know that people still obey the Indian pledge. Yusuf Shah has given a shelter to 80-year-old lady Sita Gaonkar in Valpoi. Sita had lost her lone son recently in an accident. She couldn't even perform his last rites. She is not amongst Yusuf's relatives nor a family friend. There is only one relation, humanity. Watch Uday Parab's report.
Sita Gaonkar is in her old age of 80s. She has no shelter and no companion. She lost her son in an accident just a few days back. The body is still lying in GMC, awaiting final rites. Sita has no money to perform it. It has become hard for Sita to believe that she has lost her support and a helping hand in her old age.
मुलकांदा म्हटलं कोणी रे चांगला मग खंयच्या देवान चांगलं का माझ्या अंगवण असं अंगवण माझी ना अंगवण माझी ना
Yusuf Shah has proved humanity still exists. He has provided her a shelter in his house. He and his wife takes care of her needs. It is really appreciating. The fellow human has kept the elements of caste, religion, society, money aside, just for humanity.
आणि केवळ ते थिंगा बांबुड्या अजून त्याचे काय हे करूंक ना. ते आता कशें कितें वातावरण आसा तें पळोवपाचें तुमी सगळे मेळून तुमी हें करपाचें आनी तेका काय करपाचें तेका. म्हाका ताका सपोज तेका दिवचो हांव आसूं तेका हांगा समज तेका सगळें हांव करता तेजें आगूनचें मुतीचें सगळें करता पण मेल्या उपरांत ते बी हांव परतलो ते टेन्शन घेवपाची कांय गरज ना.
म्हातारपणान आपलो कमोवपी पूत गेल्ल्यान ह्या जाणटेलेचो आधारूच गेलो. अशा वेळार तिका आधार दिवन आयच्या मतलबी जगान अजुनूय माणुसकी जिवंत आसा हें युसूफ शहान दाखोवन दिलां. प्रुडंट मिडिया खातीर हांव उदय परब, वाळपयच्यान.
It's time now for a short break. Stay tuned.